Throughout the history of the human race, people from all around the world have deliberately and permanently marked their skin. Whether for rites of passage, group identification, symbolic meaning, or a desire to become more beautiful, evidence of tattoos has been present in all corners of the earth. Certainly the art and method of tattooing has changed, but has the meaning of tattoos changed? And if so, what do they mean? Are tattoos simply just a fashion statement? Or rather, do they represent some inner need to express something about ourselves that would otherwise be impossible?
Tattooing originally came into Western consciousness when Captain Cook went to Tahiti and saw tattoos in French Polynesia. But tattooing has taken place throughout many cultures of the world for very different reasons. But the word tattoo itself is from French Polynesia. And he came back in 1769 with incredible stories of how he had seen tattooed people in the islands that we think of today as part of French Polynesia. Tattoos there had different kinds of magical and religious significance, and they could be related to fertility rituals, war, magical properties, protection of different kinds. It was very common before entering into warfare to get another tattoo, or to have a tattoo as a certain rite of passage. So they were used for very different sorts of purposes in both in French Polynesia and also throughout Southeast Asia.
There's absolutely a relationship between the client and the artist. You see people that come in off the street that have never seen you before, have never met you, and by the time they leave, you felt like you've sat and talked with them for hours and hours, like there's some special bond almost. You see somebody walking down the street that you did a tattoo on, and they come over, hey, how you doing? They shake your hand, and they're really excited to see you. It just puts this instant connection between you. You're allowing somebody to do something so permanent and so important to you, just based on the books on the counter and their word that they're going to do a good job. And you're going through this pain and emotion, your endorphins, everything's kicking in. It's a very interesting situation when you get into it to see it every day.
I decided to get my tattoo because I felt the need to do something to make me a little more unique. I like the idea of putting a permanent mark on my body that set me apart from everyone else, and especially something that stands for something I strongly believe in. So I decided to do persevere. It's a virtue that I've lived by for some time now. Just being a student and living life and enduring all the obstacles that life sends my way and everybody's way. I've sometimes felt under the weather, but living by the virtue of persevere has helped me hang in there. So I decided to tattoo it and also put it in a unique place, because I think the unique aspect of tattoo art is very important. Didn't hurt that bad either.
People used to be more inclined to get pre-drawn designs, you know, the ones that people call flash. But more recently, people have been more and more into getting their own custom tattoos drawn up, and the industry was oversaturated starting around late 80s to mid 90s, and then beyond that, there are cities that were completely saturated, which made it be more out in the open, more in the mainstream, but also made a whole bunch of bad tattoos appear. Well, a lot of them being pre-drawn designs, and some of them some horrible custom designs, and thinking overall people got something good out of the bad. People are starting to realize that there are more choices, but you really have to be picky about what you choose.
I mean, I personally would always hope that people get something significant tattooed on them, and not just, like their most recent fling of a girl's name tattooed across their chest. I know my friend's ex-boyfriend had another girl's name on his chest the whole time she was with him, and that's weird. So, think long and hard about what you want, make sure it's significant, and that you can always appreciate it on your body, because it's there forever.